Each month, I stand at the threshold, holding the door open to you, the witch, the seeker, the mystic, who is looking to understand their path a little bit better and to understand their magic. Twice monthly, I offer classes to our community. In our Seekers Alley, I offer a free class to everyone where we discuss a very specific esoteric topic. The second class of each month is reserved for our inner circle, and this is where we go deep. This is where we take theory and we put it to action, where we can see how our magic flows out into the world to create the change we most desire. And when you support the Rebel Mystic Coven, you are directly supporting this podcast and the Unbound Priestess podcast, showing me that all the effort that goes into producing each and every episode is worth it and that you love what we produce. I look forward to seeing you in the Coven. I hope you will join me soon. Check the link in the show notes for more information or visit leandrawitchwood.com to join the Coven. I'm going to start this episode with something controversial. There is a quiet lie moving through the modern witchcraft and spiritual spaces right now. It's been around for a while, actually. It sounds beautiful. It sounds comforting. It sounds like something we want to believe, something we want to align with. And that message is that love is the highest frequency, that staying positive is the key to manifesting and successful spell work, that if you just remain in love and light, everything will just align and be magical. But here is what I want to offer you today. The narrative that we're fed. This is not liberating. It's performative. And more than that, it is a system that teaches you to abandon yourself. Welcome to the Unbound Priestess podcast, a transformative space where we delve into potent conversations, guided practices, and profound teachings designed to help you nourish your sacred gifts, reclaim your personal power, and break free from limiting beliefs. Underneath the love and light philosophy, there is something much older at work, something quieter, something more insidious. It echoes patriarchal conditioning, purity culture, hustle culture. It echoes the expectation, especially for women, that we must be pleasant, palatable, easy to be around, smiling, emotionally digestible, even when we're hurting, even when something is deeply wrong, even when we're having a bad day, even when our intuition is screaming at us. We are taught to override it. In the name of being aligned, we are taught to deny our true selves. And somewhere along the way, alignment became confused with approval. I know this is not a theory. It's a lived experience. I've lived it. There was a time when I believed that being spiritual meant being above my emotions, denying them. So I softened my reactions. I filtered my truth. I judged others who didn't do the same. And in doing that, I became more misaligned with my magic and with my path and with my higher self. I became disconnected. I became disconnected from my intuition, my natural rhythms, from myself, from my core. When you are disconnected from yourself, your authenticity, your higher self, you cannot manifest from truth. You can only manifest from performance, what is expected of you. So let me offer you something different. Authenticity is the true highest alignment. Not love, not light, but authenticity. Because this is where we don't ask ourselves, and no one in our circle asks us to be pleasant 100% of the time, to deny our emotions, to deny our truth. Our authentic self, our higher self, is asking us to be true to ourselves. And truth makes us coherent. It creates alignment. Truth is what restores our inner authority. Truth is what allows our desires to be known, the root of what we truly need and desire in this world. It realigns us with our worth. Let's gently but clearly dismantle a few things. You don't have to stay in high vibration to manifest, to make your spells effective. You can feel grief and still be aligned. You can feel anger and still be aligned. You can feel exhausted and still feel aligned. Because emotions are not misalignment, but they're also not exclusively your alignment. They're messages. They move, they shift, they cycle. You are cyclical. And yet, many people who are walking around believing that one negative emotion dismantles everything will experience the most misalignment. Because one negative emotion, one negative day, one bad day does not ruin everything. Now, unpacking here will misalign you from your purpose, from your goals, from your needs and desires, from your manifestation. Fear will cause you to revert away from yourself, away from your truth, away from your authentic self. The real question is not, am I feeling something low? The real question is, am I listening to what my feelings are asking me to notice? Am I listening to my rhythms, my cycles? Here's what happens when you deny parts of yourself in the name of love and light. We lose our preferences. We lose our boundaries. We lose our intuition. And then we begin to outsource our identity. We seek external validation. We look to others to tell us, am I right? Was this right? Is this right? What is acceptable? What does my spirituality look like? What is allowed? And now, instead of manifesting from your truth, you're manifesting from the expected performance, the expected approval that is placed on you by others. That's not power, that's disconnection. Authenticity means you feel what you feel without editing it. Now, to be clear, that doesn't mean that you crash out every time you feel something big. It means you recognize it, you honor it, you communicate that when necessary. You let the truth, without polishing it for approval, be expressed in a healthy way. You make decisions based on alignment and not obligation, because obligation will always pull you out of alignment. And again, let me be clear. Yes, we have obligations in life. We're always going to have obligations. But those obligations don't have to dictate who we are at the core. If your life is built on obligation and it has manipulated your core, your authentic expression, then your manifestations will follow suit. So we have to learn to dig deep and recognize where we are abandoning ourselves. And chances are this is why you don't feel fulfilled in your practice, why your spells don't work the way you want them to or need them to. I want to give you something simple, something you can use anywhere that will help you tap in and recognize. So the next time you feel triggered, you feel heavy, you feel sorrow, you feel big emotions, you feel out of alignment, pause. Take in a slow, deep breath. Let it go. Drop into your body and begin to ask yourself, what am I actually feeling right now? And if I stop trying to make it acceptable, what does it look like? How does it feel? And let the answer come. No filtering, no correcting, no judging, no analyzing. Just let it come to you. Once you have your answer, ask yourself, what is this feeling trying to show me? And let that come. Again, we're not analyzing, we're not forcing, we're not judging, we're not filtering, we're not correcting. We're allowing it to show up. We're allowing it to arrive. And finally, ask yourself this. If I trusted my future self, the version of me who is fully aligned, what would my future self do here? How would my future self honor my current state? Not to fix it, not to suppress it, but to honor it. And take a deep breath into that. Breathe in and let it go. Because your emotions are not interruptions and they're not misalignment. They're doorways you can step through, thresholds into truth. And if you choose not to unpack yourself in what they call lower vibration emotions, you can learn to recognize them. You can learn to understand their deeper meaning, their deeper message, and work with that. Later, if you want to go deeper with this practice, I encourage you to sit down with your journal and explore. Explore these questions I'm going to offer you. Where did I learn that my emotions were unsafe? Where did I learn that I needed to be pleasant to be accepted? What parts of me have I been performing instead of embodying? And gently have compassion for yourself. Don't force the answers. Don't judge yourself. This is not perfection, but this is honesty. And this is how we tap into our true selves, our authenticity. You don't need to become more positive to manifest your desires. You need to become honest. You need productive energy instead of counterproductive mindsets and energy. Because manifestation is not about holding a frequency so much as holding your truth consistently enough that your life begins to reorganize around it. Your perception, the filter you experience the world through becomes clearer. And truth will always take you farther than performance. If this way of working, this return to authenticity, to embodying your truth, feels aligned to you, speaks to you, I invite you to join me in the Rebel Mystic Coven or in one of my witchcraft skill trees, where I focus on grounded, effective, and aligned practices, spell work that actually integrate with this philosophy, that help you return to yourself. Your magic is powerful when it is built on your truth. I hope you will subscribe and share this with those in your life who can use a message of empowerment and alignment. I'll see you in the next episode. Blessed be. Breathe in with me. Hold. Now release. One more time. Breathe in. Hold and release. Resets like this are essential for our nervous system, for our stress levels, bringing us back to a foundation where we can think clearly, where we have more energy. And this is why I created the Witches Reset. This is a 5-day audio program where I guide you through essential practices to bring you back to your baseline so you can think clearly and build something meaningful. To learn more, check out the link in the show notes or visit my website, leandrawitchwood.com, and I look forward to seeing you in the program. For now, let's get back to the episode.